Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to this edition, or the next edition, or the latest edition of the Houston Roundball Review presents Let's Talk Houston Rockets post-game style. We're going to talk about the Rockets 135-112 thumping of the woeful Washington Wizards, but the Rockets did what they're supposed to do after a slow start. And boy, let's just work backwards. Salute to Jalen Green, Alperen Sengun, Amen Thompson. Played well. Cam Whitmore did what he does. Finally, well, scored. Didn't pass the ball. Got no assists. But the good numbers first. The good numbers. Jalen Green, 29 points, 22 in the third, 7 for 15 from 3, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. Alperen Sengun, 26 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. He and Jonas Valanciunas were going at it. Two old men, like they playing in the park, going back and forth. But that was good to see. Amen Thompson, 20 points, 15 rebounds, 6 for 6 from the free throw line, 7 for 8 from the floor. And I'm going to play the comment from LA Lakers coach JJ Redick again, if you haven't seen it yet, on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel, what JJ said about Amen Thompson. Let me pull that up real quick here. But LeBron said it. But to hear, you're the real deal when the opponents shot you out because of your athleticism. And here we go. Comment from Mr. Redick.
I think there definitely is a difference in the sort of 1% athletes, and he's one of them. I think all NBA guys are in the 1% of the general population. He's in the 1% of the NBA population.
He's legit. I mean, is legit. And his brother is getting healthy, and their parents, bless their parents, man. But Brandon, how you doing? Thank you for chiming in with the first comment. They ate their food as they should have. It took them a while, though. And I'm going to get to that in a second with the new toys. Solo, how you doing? Taking care of business. A new name, I think. Edward, how are you doing? Says a man is never coming out of the starting lineup. Thank you for your comment. Don't be a stranger. We have fun on this show. Hope you enjoy it. The content, the comments, the questions, and some of my audio clips and all those good things as well. Solo, how are you? Again, Tyler here woke up. I guess so. I did. But I don't know how y'all missed it if you did. I think I loaded it. Let me pull this up too. I didn't load it. Let me do this real quick if I can. But Solo, or was it J-Mon? It happened. It happened. And Reed is playing well. So that's a positive. Reed Shepherd is with the Vipers. Last I saw, he had 16 points in the first half. One of my best friends sent that to me. So good for Reed getting that confidence, getting some minutes, getting some action that he wasn't getting with the big club. So he can get some run with the Vipers, see the ball go through the hoop a few times, learn some skill set, all those things. Here was a post about it. Reed Shepherd, Rockets have assigned Reed Shepherd to their NBA G League affiliate, Rio Grande Valley. So good for him and good for the Rockets. Some fans are wondering if the Rockets would do it, wondering what the haters would say about, it's bad luck if the third pick in the draft goes to the G League. So the whole point of the G League is to get better. That's what the G League is for those first-round picks who aren't getting run with the pro club, the big boy club, to work on their skills and improve so they can ultimately stay in the NBA. Worried about what haters say? Sometimes haters are just ignorant. Y'all know me. I'm not afraid to pull punches on this show, on this platform. June, how are you? Thank you. Jalen Green's defense is good. is improving, getting better. His knee didn't bother him on a 3-point shooting, So, but his defense is improving. That's good to see. He's becoming more of a well-rounded player. But the first quarter, the Wizards are so bad, and they were without key people, and also they're trying to lose too. But the first quarter, Rockets were 7 for 24 in the first quarter, 2 for 9 from 3. Trailed 30-20 at the end of the first quarter. Y'all know what the first quarter was, Solo. You know what it looked like. Yes, and Alex needs to go to the G League too. He does. But the Wizards they're trying to lose. So they're letting their youngsters play up and get experience and playing time with the NBA club. They're not really worried about it. But y'all know what that first quarter looked like. And there was a lot of them. One more time. 7 for 24. 2 for 9 from 3. If you're new to the show, to this post-game show, this is a recent audio clip that I've made. But when I play it, it's because of what happened in a quarter, in a game. But that first quarter, we saw a lot of this. Brick, 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 brick. But to the Rockets' credit, they shot better, they played better. And this one is a key stat as well. Rockets made the Wizards pay for the turnovers. 35-13 points off turnovers. 62-44 in the paint. 30-21 fast break points, but 35-13 points off turnovers. The Rockets won by 23. The points off turnover difference is 22. But if Justin chimes in, Cam Whitmore, 17 points, 6 for 8 from the floor, 0 assists. Cam says my job is to shoot. That's my job. I'm a shooter. Fred, 3-point ball not falling for him, but 12 assists, 19 points. So good for Fred. And the Wizards, like I said, Rockets won. Okay, that's the bottom line. First quarter was first quarter. They got the bad stuff out of their system. They kind of took the Wizards for granted. Wizards shot over their head in the first quarter. That's part of it as well. And then reality set in for the Wizards and for the Rockets. And the better team won. And that's the bottom line. Better team won. Rockets bounced back 37-25 in the second quarter. Third quarter, Jalen 22 points, Alp 14 points. They scored 30. They combined for 36 of the Rockets' 40 third quarter points. Jalen almost outscored the Wizards by himself with his 22 in the third. Wizards scored 24. Rockets put the game away. Craig understood with reason, legit reason, the game was over. Okay, fourth quarter, the game was over. Coach Udoka, was it a 16-point lead, called timeout. He's like, yeah, guys, refocus, locking. Game was over. Wizards were not coming back. The game was over. All right, game was over. No, Solo, how'd he look? What I was putting, stuff ready for this show. So how was his expression? So let me know that in the comments. And also, because of that first quarter, let's see how this works. Let me see. Brandon Solo, he looked angry. Maybe Cam, I don't know what's bothering Cam. I don't know. Hell, he scored. He got minutes. He's going to get minutes. The team won. What more do you want, man? But let's see here. Let's see. Hopefully I won't get in trouble for this. It's only 3 seconds long. But here you go.
This jig is the cash face, man.
You recognize that? You recognize that? That's how that first quarter was. That first quarter was nothing but.
This jig is the cash face, man.
Thank you, Edward. Edward, I think you and Justin will get along nicely on this show. So, yeah, y'all know me. I'm old school. You need to grow up. Hey, Cam wants his own ball. Well, he can go somewhere else then. I mean, I'm not gonna miss him. Hey, it's a team sport. It's not an individual sport. Tari tried talking to him, and Cam just ignored him and walked past him. Yeah, that's an issue that probably needs to be corrected and adjusted. If he doesn't want to be here, one, sit his ass down, and then two, trade his ass. I'm not down. Whatever. It's a team sport. You win as a team. Lose as a team. He can do that too, Brandon. Damn right. Send him to the G League and let him stay. He can shoot out as many shots as he wants down there. Go ahead. I don't mess with that kind of stuff. I don't care. Please, team player. I'm team. You gonna be childish, immature? Move on with that. Thrillo, how you doing? Did you see it, Thrillo? Did you see my clip? Did you see it, Solo? Y'all recognize that, right? Y'all know who that is, right, in that clip, right? If y'all are old enough to know who that is in that clip. So that song is a classic. I hope someone is old enough to recognize what that's from, besides me and my old self. But yes, I thank you for pointing it out, Solo. I didn't see it. Cam needs to, as Edward said, and I agree, grow up. Yeah, grow up. I know. Grow up. It's on you. Coach Udoka not going to worry about you and your hurt feelings, because at some point he will sit you down. He'll talk to you. Be a straight shooter. Give it to you. Tell you what you probably don't want to hear, and then it's up to Cam to get along. If he doesn't, he can go away. Cam Whitmore is not Jimmy Butler. Okay, he hasn't put in the time and the years and the star level talent come postseason to be immature and think he can get away with it and think a team won't win without him. Thrillo says bad teammate is universal and travels. Cam will look good in a Portland jersey. Let's think somebody else. And this is true too. We don't know. We could be reading too much into it. Hopefully that's what it is. We're just reading too much into it. But you can tell where some of the fans are regarding Cam, because they're not having it. Just on this show in these quick minutes, when Solo brought it up, these fans, they're not going to give Cam the benefit of the doubt. He made his comment after, in the locker room after post game. He's showed bad body language during games prior to tonight. If tonight is nothing, but he has given fans reason to be like, who does he think he is? This is not his team. He needs to understand that this is not his team. As Thrillo says, he put a spotlight on himself. Let's see what he does against better competition, against Memphis, against the Hawks, against Memphis again. But, we'll see. I'm wearing my zip up Houston Roundball View hoodie with the new logo. Click on the shop button and get you some merch, get you a cap, get you a mug with the new logo. I have the original logo. And this, Brandon asked a good question. I just want to know what he wants, because the coaching staff has told him what he needs to do to get consistent minutes. So this is not a surprise. This is not the Rockets coaching staff, and specifically head coach Ime Udoka does not sugarcoat anything. He tells the truth. He tells it like it is. So I'm 100% certain Ime has told Cam what he needs to do to get minutes and get consistent minutes. This is not a mystery. So I don't know what he wants. WK with the tranquil response. I think Cam would help this team a lot. Could help this team a lot. He seems like a tailor-made six-man, but he has to be patient. And right now, he's going to get consistent minutes. Tari out, Jabari out. He's getting and will get consistent minutes. Maximize your minutes. Help the team win. Your production will be recognized. Other teams, the good team, let me be specific, the good teams like players who help their teams win. I mean, Cam had 17 points in not quite 18 minutes tonight. Now, if he's not happy here, he can make that known privately, which is more effective. And the Rockets, probably in the summer, will do their best to accommodate him, but in a deal that helps, that makes sense for them, not just for him. Now, there are some players, not saying Cam is one of them yet, but there are some players who just want their numbers. They're not winners. They just want their numbers. I'll leave that at that. Edward with another good comment. He wants to start. Well, he ain't going to start. Did he see what Thompson did? Man, he wants to start, but this isn't dreamland. Great comments from everyone so far, as per usual here on Let's Talk Houston Rockets. Salute to you all. Keep them coming, as I'm sure you will. Thrillo, did you watch the first quarter? Did you have a chance to watch the game from the beginning? Oh, good point, WK. I'll get to that in just a second. Cam has to move the ball when it's appropriate and not force the action against 4 players at once. He also needs to cut down on turnovers. He has to prove he can stabilize this team with the second unit. Then WK, Vinny Johnson for my Pistons, the old school Pistons, wasn't a defensive stopper. Clearly was a defensive-minded team, but the team had a role for him, which he filled based on the needs of the team. Yeah. So, Thrillo, that first quarter, what were you thinking? The brick in that first quarter by the Rockets? And Vinny Johnson, the microwave, he took some bad shots, but when he got it rolling, he heated up. He was something to see. 6'1", probably 6'1", strong, solidly built, part of that 3-guard small ball lineup that Detroit played way back when. Suns lost again to, who was it? Was it the Hornets? Is that right? The Hornets? They're doing something. they're doing. Phoenix will do something, even though Brad Beal has the no trade clause, so he doesn't have to, approve a deal. But June with Jalen and the men tandem in the near future, are the future backcourt. Is everybody convinced yet? Not saying it's not going to happen, but is everyone convinced that Jalen Green will be here long term? Has he done enough lately or this season to convince you that Jalen Green will be here long term? Brandon says neither. Let's see. All right, you mean this one? Let's see. This. This one? Jamon, how are you? The pieces just don't fit in Phoenix. Jamon, nah, Jalen is going to get traded in the offseason. Thrillo, still need JG to be consistent to believe. Our men might be the only untouchable. And again, let me play it one more time. A real quick sound bite from JJ Redick after the Rockets-Lakers game on Sunday about Amen Thompson's elite athleticism.
I think there definitely is a difference in the sort of 1% athletes, and he's one of them. I think all NBA guys are in the 1% of the general population. He's in the 1% of the NBA population.
Amen Thompson is in the 1% of the NBA population. Yeah. Yep. And his brother is as well. Also still battling health issues and things like that in Detroit. But he does some things too, just like, wow, man. Edward disagrees. Backcourt of Amen and Jalen does not shoot high enough percentage. Edward, do you think Jalen will be here long term? It's good to see Amen. He made all his free throws tonight, 6 for 6 from the line. Thrillo adds Amen getting a jump shot. It could get scary. He had 15 rebounds tonight. Played 41 minutes, 20 points, 15 rebounds, 7 for 8 from the floor, 5 assists, 3 steals. Okay, Edward says, nope, he doesn't believe Jalen will be here long term. Ooh, interesting question. WK says, I really like Amen, but is he any better than a young big Ben Simmons was when he first came into the league? Yeah, well, one, he's healthy. And he's a team player, which goes a long way. What do y'all think about that comment from WK? Give me your responses to that. I think he is better, but I'm just curious what y'all think. I don't believe that statement, that question from WK warrants a buzzer. Thrillo wants the backcourt of Amen and Book. Good. Oh, it's a good point right here. Amen is not scared to shoot, unlike Ben Simmons. Brandon says, yes, he's better than Simmons. Amen actually wants to play basketball. And he was mental for Ben. That's part of it as also. It was mental for him. Then he got injured. Some question, the back injury, whatever, mental. But, food for thought for that discussion. No hate for tossing it out there. I mean, Ben was is 6'10", right? So a little taller. But interesting. Thriller, I'm gonna do this for you because I like it too. Solo says, and I hope it doesn't ever get old. But man, literally, when I saw the Rockets just missing so many threes in that first quarter, I thought to myself, "Oh yeah, I'm going to play this tonight during the show." Here it is: brick, 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 and Thrillo, This is for you, man. This is for you. This is for you.
This jig is the cash face, man.
And WK, he is being specific because before Ben had his issues, he was a load, man. He was a load. Man. The real question that WK is asking is, can he develop and get better where he was weak, shooting in particular? There you go. There you go, Thrillo. You got it. You got it, man. Solo with the comment. Reed, 49 for the Vipers tonight. Good for him. Good for him. Get your confidence, Reed. He'll be back in with the Rockets soon enough. 49. Good for him. So, if you missed it, Monday Rockets announced Reed Shepherd has been assigned to the Vipers. But yeah, good for Reed Shepherd. 49 points for Reed. Good for him. And there's no shade on him. No shame of being assigned to the G League. He's still getting paid like an NBA player. The ball will be in his hands. He can get up shots. He can get minutes. He can work on his defense. 19 threes. And this. Work on his body. Get stronger as well. How many did he make, Solo? Out of those 19. Must have made a nice percentage of them score 49. So I'm hoping. But good for him. 19 threes, 8 of them. What is that? That's a little under, 40%? Something like that. I'll take that. He wasn't shy. That's a good thing, right, Thrillo? He was not shy. So that's good because he was gun shy with the Rockets. Got to a point. He was passing up open looks. The reason you were drafted and the reason Rockets fans were hyped for his impact this season was because of his three-point prowess and that he was going to shoot when he was on the floor. When he's passing up shots, he's not helping the Rockets. Yeah. Could be the best thing for him. Spend time in the G League. It might be a week. Could be all he needs. Good. Good for him. And he was, and everybody saw it. From the outside, we saw it, but his teammates saw it, the coaches saw it, and he felt it, and it just snowballed. He didn't all of a sudden forget how to shoot. He didn't forget how to make shots. He just started hesitating on his shot. So he lost his confidence a little bit. He's going to get it back. He'll be fine. Miss Justin, because I'm going to toss it up there again. Okay. Yeah, that. Good call, Brandon. And that's not, don't become this. Do not be like Alpie passing up threes. Now Alpie's he has not made a three since before Christmas. Ooh. Wow. Cam better get his act together because Reed might get fixed. Well. Oh well. Ty is not a 3-point shooter. G League is G League for a reason. But it's for development. So that's what it is. It's for development for certain players. Some players will be G League lifers because they're clinging to their dream. Some of them are better off going overseas to get paid more. But some guys choose to stay in the G League because it's so close to the NBA. It's in the States, family, different reasons. But I do believe, but for everybody, I asked it earlier. So different question. Any of y'all believe Reed Shepherd will not be with the Rockets long term? Most of y'all have already said you don't believe Jalen Green will be here long term. But do y'all believe that Reed Shepherd will not be with the Rockets long term? I'm kind of curious what y'all think about that one, because he was included in the trade proposal involving De'Aaron Fox, and so was Cam Whitmore. So would y'all be good with that if Reed Shepherd were included in a deal that brought De'Aaron Fox to the Rockets? Well, Brandon, do you want the Rockets to go star shopping? And this is roughly, see, the trade deadline is February 6th, so roughly a month away. Kelly Eco opened it up to his followers on The Athletic to send him questions, trade ideas for the Rockets. So here's the season. Jamon does not, and he's been consistent with this too, does not believe Fox is a big upgrade over Fred. Edward disagrees and says goodbye to Reed if it brings back De'Aaron Fox. Thrillo, can't miss something you never really had. Brandon, it has to be more than Fox. Oh, it would be. I mean, for numbers to work, it has to be more than just, And McDermott is one of the players who is included in Eric Pincus's trade idea that he believes is the best trade idea that will work. How did he phrase it? I put it together. Let's see here. Here we go. The De'Aaron Fox trade idea most likely to happen. And he says at the bottom there, one team stands out as their best potential trade partner, the Houston Rockets. And it's a hell of a trade. It is a hell of a trade. Reed Shepherd, Cam Whitmore, Jeff Green, Jayshawn Tate, Jock Landale, a 2027 first-round pick swap, a 2028 first-round pick, a 2030 first-round pick, a 2031 first-round pick swap, a $9.2 million trade exception, and a $2.1 million trade exception as part of it. And the Rockets get De'Aaron Fox, Trey Lyles, and Doug McDermott. Brandon, does that do it for you? Trey Lyles instead of Huerta, does that do it for you? Trey Lyles is not a shot blocking big, but he's a stretch big. Jamon says that's a bad deal for the Rockets. But let me see if I still have that. And his rationale. And I think I saw today that McDermott's contract will be guaranteed for the rest of the season. And he cannot be dealt until January 16th. And he can be removed if the deal needs to go through before then. You don't like it, Brandon? Trey Lyles? But Sacramento waived Jay Crowder and Orlando Robinson to open roster space for 5 incoming players. If both players are not waived on or before January 7th, their salaries will be fully guaranteed for the season. If McDermott is not included in the deal, the Kings must open another roster spot. But here's the info. According to Eric Pincus, why the Rockets do this deal that he proposes. Since the team probably can't invest the minutes necessary to develop Shepherd and Whitmore properly, they're the obvious young players to go out for Fox. While Thompson and Eason are also younger, they're strong defenders who fit Coach Ime Udoka's play style. For Houston, it's really about deciding who to cash out its chips picks for, and whether Fox is the right choice, or if someone they view as better comes along. Remember that Fox was named to the All-NBA third team in 2023. And he played the same position as Fred. Is a positive. Since De'Aaron Fox is a primary player who doesn't fit the team's age range. In the meantime, Udoka can sort out the rotation. The going rate for all-stars is, quote, a whole bunch of picks and prospects. And while it's a risk for Houston, Fox could help provide a badly needed offensive boost without stripping out what the Rockets need to stay competitive in the West. Lyles and McDermott provide additional depth, and the team can sign minimum players to get back to the required 14 regular contracts. Houston stays under the luxury tax this season. Next year, the team would presumably opt Van Vliet out of his final year at $44.9 million and either retain him or at more than half the price or put those resources elsewhere. Assuming Fox proves a good fit, he and the team can negotiate a long-term extension this summer. So that's Bleacher Report, Eric Pincus' views on the De'Aaron Fox and the best destination for him. And Fox has not said he wants to be traded. Okay, he has not made that public statement. J-Mon says Kings aren't trying to rebuild. They want a star player in return. Example, Sengun or someone like Amin. Solo. We could probably get Booker with how the Suns are doing. Suns are going to try to get rid of, not to get rid of, but, get rid of, trade Brad Beal before they try to trade Devin Booker. So we'll see. The Suns are a mess. They're going to try to figure something out. Brandon does like Jay Crowder, part of it. Minimum deal. Good vet. But back to it as you wrap it up on this post-game edition after the Rockets 135-112 win over the woeful Washington Wizards. Do y'all want Rafael Stone to make a trade between now and February 6th? Or wait until the summer? What do you think? Has anything changed? Has anyone's mindset changed? Anything change or rationale to make a trade? The Rockets should make a deal now? Or just, as Rafael said weeks ago now, stand pat and see how this group does the rest of the way? Thrill still says wait. Brandon says if they can add a shooter. And who's out there that wouldn't, Tran is keep typing Cougar players like Quinn Grimes. The Mavs love Quinn Grimes. Luka loves Quinn Grimes. I'll wait on you, Solo. Zach, how are you doing? That's a name right there. Thank you for chiming in. Appreciate it. Spread the word about the show. Spread the word about the channel. Spread the word about the Houston Roundball Review. J-Mon wants Rafael to make a deal before the deadline expires on February 6th. Add a guard that can shoot to the bench mob. That's a lot right there, Zach. That's a lot. That's a lot right there. That's going to require a lot. Who would you want? Who would you want the Rockets to trade to get Larry Marketing? That's a hell of a lot. Solo being consistent. Cam Johnson. I think Brooklyn would want a star in return because they don't need to give to trade Cam. I mean, his salary declines, $2 million the next 2 years. So it's not a bad deal from Brooklyn's perspective. And Cam could be a second star, all-star, whatever you want to say, to a bona fide star. So they don't have to trade him. I mean, they trade Cam for players on expiring deals. It would add to their cap space. But if the Nets have a whole lot of cap space, they free up the cap space. Would whoever megastar that they want to sign, and who's really out there that's going to be available, when they want to play with somebody with talent like Cam, So Corey Kispert, it wouldn't take a lot to get him. The Wizards, yeah, I could see the Wizards doing that. Zach agrees Kispert would be nice. But yeah, Quentin Grimes not going anywhere. Bobby says he wants Stone to wait till the summer. And some people, NBA people, believe the Kings will wait till the summer to move De'Aaron Fox. They're not doing anything until summertime. They're going to try to improve the talent on the Kings' current roster to help convince De'Aaron to stay. We'll see. So, Brandon, you want the Rockets to trade Cam for Kispert? Is that who you're referring to right there? CJ McCollum? What does he make? I have to look that up. Zach says summertime, go for Kyrie. Wow. In place of who? Thrill says the Kings are rolling right now, so doubt they'll do anything major. Yeah, I think they wait till the summer. Between now and February 6th, I don't really foresee a lot of major deals or deals involving big-time players. Gary, how you doing? Kings win 1-5 in a row. WK says prefers Jalen be part of a De'Aaron Fox deal in the summer versus Reed or Cam now. So we'll see. Gary, I'm glad you were able to join the show live. So I appreciate your comment on what was it? Was it from Coach Missoula? The clip I showed of him talking about the Rockets. So thank you for doing that. Yeah, Fred making $44.9 million is at the Rockets' option, not his option. WK asked a question. But first, almost halfway through the season, and it is safe to say the Rockets are outperforming expectations at this point. Is there any reason they won't be a top 4 team in the West at this point? Other teams have underperformed. That's not the Rockets' problem. The Jimmy Butler drama is something. It's a mess, and that's not the Rockets' problem. So let's see. OKC is clearly the best team in the West. Looking forward to Rockets Grizzlies. That's 1, 2, 3. Denver's 4. Mavs health issues. Lakers on the top, won't be a top 4 team. I don't see that happening at all. Clippers, this 4-game difference between them and the Rockets. I doubt it. Warriors, hell no. Minnesota has so many questions. That's unlikely. But Minnesota is 2.5 out of the 4th spot. That's Denver right now. So that means that if they figured out they could make that a 4th spot. If Dallas were healthy, they could make it. It's possible. Yeah, it's possible that the Rockets won't be a top 4 team based on what other teams do to get better. Because on paper, people thought Minnesota would be better than the Rockets this season. They haven't been. On paper, folks thought Dallas would be better than the Rockets. They haven't been. Miles Turner. In the summer or now? Third Coast Alliance, I am well. Thank you for joining us in the conversation. And this is just for the new folks, like Third Coast Alliance, who have joined in the last couple of moments and missed it at the start of the show. The first quarter, when the Rockets have a quarter like they did tonight, going 7 for 24, 2 for 9 from 3. When I do post-game shows, after a crappy shooting quarter like that, you will hear this audio clip. Here it is. Brick, 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 brick. Fortunately, the Rockets did enough the rest of the game to thump the Wizards and beat them by 23. Let's see. I think so. Let me see. I trust Spot Track. Great website. Hopefully I won't freeze out my show before anything. Let's see here. But yes, you will hear the audio clip. Brick, brick, brick. When the Rockets have a crappy quarter. Yep. Miles Turner is an unrestricted free agent this summer. So is Clint Capella. So is Brook Lopez. John Collins he's got a player option, and I doubt he'd opt out of that one. Lonzo Ball. Yeah, I don't see the Rockets struggling for a month. They might lose Thursday and Saturday. They could lose Memphis the next 2 times they play them, Thursday and Monday. But I don't see them struggling for weeks. So, Brandon, you want Miles Turner in free agency? Fred's injury, besides bad knees and too many minutes. Interesting question. My only thing, I was surprised Jonathan retired at the end of the calendar year. He had mentioned he was going to retire. I just didn't know it'd be December 31st. So yeah, that's all. I knew he had talked about it, just not December 31st. Solo says the Rockets could always draft a backup center instead of signing or trading for one. WK says, please, no more spending on bigs. We have all we need from a big perspective. Well, like who? Steven Adams is a free agent. Okay, well, how about that question? Now that Steven Adams is healthy, would y'all like to see the Rockets re-sign Steven Adams in the summer? Something to think about. Bruno Fernando is available. Yeah, that is for sure. But we got names like LeBron, Jimmy Butler, Fred, Kyrie Irving, player option. Kyrie might be looking for like a 3-year deal for like 130, something like that. James Harden, Brandon Ingram is a UFA. Brook Lopez, Clint Capella, Malcolm Brogdon, Bruce Brown, Bojan Bogdanovic, THJ, D'Angelo Russell. How about that one? D'Angelo Russell. Cool hand Luke Kennard. He's an option. How about that? Luke Kennard. You get healthy, you can still shoot. Zach says the Rockets got to sign Adams. All right. Zach and Brandon say Rockets need to re-sign Adams. And it won't take much. Yeah. He won't get much of a raise, if any, over the $12 million he's making right now. Bobby agrees, says yes. Zach says Kevin Werder instead of Luke Kennard. Matisse Thybulle. Trey Jones. Gary Payton II. Josh Giddey will be a restricted free agent. Geez, not a lot of great names on this list. Wow. Eric Gordon. Alec Burks, Kyle Lowry, Seth Curry, Spencer Dinwiddie, Reggie Jackson, Patty Mills, Doug McDermott. Yeah. Not a great list. Brandon likes Brogdon, Malcolm Brogdon. WK says yes, re-sign Adams. Oops. Solo says Bruce Brown would be a good get. Alec Burks is solid. No defense. Zach says, honestly, the Rockets just need to manage Reed Shepherd right. He could be a difference maker in a few years. We shall see. That'll do it for tonight's post-game edition of Let's Talk Houston Rockets. Always enjoy it. Done this, 5, 6 games now. I enjoy it. I'm going to do it again on Thursday. Let's see, Third Coast. When it comes to bigs, I'd really like to get Rob Williams from Portland. Just can't stay healthy, That's a problem. Seth won't see the floor for Emmett with his defense. Yeah. If we were taller. Bobby, take care, everybody. Thank you for your time and the questions. Appreciate it. Going to do it again. Looking forward to Rockets and Grizzlies. Solo says it's good for the Rockets to have these problems. Yes. And they have assets. Yes. Yes. WK, thank you for your comments and taking time out to participate in the discussion. So see you in a couple of days. Stay warm. Thursday's supposed to rain a lot here in H-Town, but cold rain is better than ice. So I'll take cold rain over ice and sleet. Brandon, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. And wrapping it up, thank you to Nate Griffin for having me on this morning on the Houston Morning Show to talk some basketball, some H-Town basketball, some Cougars, Texas Southern, Prairie View, and HCU were all in action Monday. 3 of those 4 won. Talk Rockets, preview tonight's Rockets Wizards as well. So, Nate, thank you for that. That'll do it. Spread the word about post-game shows of Let's Talk Houston Rockets. I do things differently here than colleagues, youngsters. We all have our own style and flavor to do stuff. Doesn't make anyone better or worse. We just do things differently. So until after Rockets Grizz, keep it in mind, since 1994, yes, that's right, since 1994, the Houston Roundball Review, local name, global perspective.
Game over.